A recent survey from Statista found that more than 60% of international travelers chose Europe for its rich history and iconic landmarks. But it's not just about famous buildings or old churches. It's about standing in places where the course of human history actually changed. From Roman amphitheaters to medieval castles, from the footsteps of philosophers to the battlefields of empires. Europe offers something no theme park ever could, reality that reads like a storybook. Let's take a journey through the best historical places in Europe that should be on every traveler's bucket list. Whether you're a history buff, a photography lover, or just craving an experience that gives you chills, these are the destinations that define timeless adventure. Rome is less of a city and more of an open-air museum. This is where gladiators clashed in the Colosseum nearly 2,000 years ago. An arena that could hold more people than some modern NBA stadiums.
Step into the Roman Forum and you're walking where Julius Caesar once gave speeches.
Take a turn toward the Pantheon, and you'll see a temple still standing from 125 AD, with a dome that continues to baffle architects today. Don't miss Vatican City, home to St. Peter's Basilica and the Sistine Chapel, where Michelangelo's ceiling still leaves crowds speechless. For Americans used to cities just a few hundred years old, Rome is an
Paris blends beauty and revolution into one unforgettable experience.
While the Eiffel Tower gets the glory, the real historical magic is found in the places that shaped global events. Take Notre Dame. This Gothic masterpiece has watched over the city since the 12th century and survived wars, revolutions, and even fire. Versailles, just outside Paris, is a walk through royal opulence. It was the center of French power until the Revolution flipped the script. And for anyone fascinated by Napoleon or the World Wars, the Arc de Triomphe stands as a monument to military history and national pride. Berlin is Europe's living history book of the 20th century. Here, you can touch a remaining section of the Berlin Wall, once the symbol of the Cold War. You can walk under the Brandenburg Gate, where presidents and protesters alike have shaped moments in world history. At Checkpoint Charlie, you'll feel the tension of East versus West. And just steps away, the Holocaust Memorial invites silent reflection on one of history's darkest periods. For American visitors, Berlin shows how a city can own its past, heal, and still push forward. Perched high on volcanic rock, Edinburgh Castle has defended the Scottish capital for over 1,000 years.
The crown jewels of Scotland.
Still inside, walk the Royal Mile. The Charles Bridge, built in the 14th century, offers an unforgettable walk above the Vltava River, lined with statues and whispers of old kings and battles. The Old Town Square is home to the astronomical clock, a mechanical wonder that's been ticking since 1410. This city is where fairy tales were born and never aged. Istanbul sits at the crossroads of continents, where Europe and Asia shake hands. For centuries, it was known as Byzantium, then Constantinople, before becoming Istanbul. Few buildings tell more stories than the Hagia Sophia. Once a church, then a mosque, and now both. Its golden mosaics and soaring dome are like nothing else on earth. Topkapi Palace housed Ottoman sultans for 400 years, while the Blue Mosque mirrors the Hagia Sophia's grandeur just steps away. The Grand Bazaar, one of the world's oldest markets, still buzzes with life, smells, and sounds unchanged for centuries. Barcelona offers a rare mix: Roman roots, medieval streets, and modernist masterpieces. Start in the Gothic Quarter, winding alleys, 14th-century cathedrals, and Roman ruins beneath the surface. Then visit Sagrada Familia, Antoni Gaudi's masterpiece that's been under construction for over 140 years. Every detail is filled with symbolism and jaw-dropping design. Park Güell turns a hill into a colorful fantasy, and Montjuic Castle gives you sweeping views with a side of military history. It's one of the few cities where you can feel like a time traveler by just walking 10 blocks. Vienna was the capital of the Habsburg Empire and still drips with imperial elegance. Schönbrunn Palace. Krakow is one of Europe's oldest cities, and among its most emotionally powerful. Wawel Castle tells tales of kings and dragons, while Rheineck Glonny is the largest medieval town square in Europe. Mary's Basilica sounds a trumpet every hour from its tower, commemorating a 13th-century legend of a guard who saved the city.
Just an hour away lies Auschwitz-Birkenau.
Visiting is heavy, but deeply important. It's a place of remembrance that reinforces why we must never forget. Crossing the English Channel, we arrive in London, a city that has played a pivotal role in shaping global history for centuries. From royal palaces to parliamentary debates, London is a living testament to Britain's enduring influence. Explore the Tower of London, a historic castle that has served as a royal residence, a prison, and a treasury, steeped in tales of kings, queens, and infamous prisoners. Witness the changing of the guard ceremony at Buckingham Palace, the official residence of the British monarch, a spectacle of tradition and pageantry. Visit the Houses of Parliament and Big Ben, now Elizabeth Tower, iconic symbols of British democracy. Step back in time at the Churchill War Rooms, the underground bunker from which Winston Churchill directed World War II. Explore Westminster Abbey, a magnificent Gothic church where coronations have taken place since 1066 and where many of Britain's most famous figures are buried. From the temples of Athens to the cathedrals of Paris, the castles of Scotland to the ruins of Rome, Europe's history isn't behind glass.
It's beneath your feet, above your head, and all around you.
All you have to do is go.